Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. We are here live. We have an interview here with Silver Heist. And before we start that, I want to kind of explain a little bit about what this is about. This is a series. If you look at a playlist, there's a on the play side. You got to mute that, Silver Heist. Sorry.
Take that away. Take that away.
So anyways, what this is about, it's a series that we're doing with members of the community who have channels, who have been had videos and been involved in the community for 6 months or more. And Silver Heist certainly fits that role. And so we are interviewing him. But if you have a channel, we've got a couple other people lined up as well here after Silver Heist. But if you have a channel and you've been around for 6 months or more and are pretty active in the community, I'd love to hear from you. And maybe we'll plan some things out. Maybe just in the interest of keeping track with things, maybe wait a little bit. We're going to have maybe 1 or 2 more interviews, and then I'll make that call again. But this is what it's about. It's sort of my way of giving back to the community and helping your channels grow. And so we've got Silver Heist here. And by the way, if you look in the description of this video, of this live stream, you will see a link to his channel. So if you've not subscribed to him, I encourage you to do to do so. And so there we go. All right. So Silver Heist, are you everything okay on your end?
I think so.
Yeah, a little technical difficulty there at the beginning, but I think we're okay now. So
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Very
okay,
good.
Great.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, Silver Heist, we'll begin. And what I like to do is ask a few questions myself to kind of get to know the person and kind of what they're about, some general questions, and then we'll start taking questions from you guys, the viewers. So we'll go ahead and begin. So what got you interested in silver and gold and coin collecting in general?
Yeah, so it goes back to when I was 6 years old. So when my grandmother passed, she had some peace dollars. So 4 of my siblings, we each got a peace dollar when I was little. So I got a silver dollar when I was maybe 5 or 6.
Nice.
And then my other grandmother, who was still alive, got me some of her coins. So I got this flying eagle and maybe a V nickel or a shield nickel and an Indian head. So I was a little kid, so I probably cleaned this with borax or something awful.
Wow.
You know. so yeah. I didn't know any better. So I collected coins as, I don't know, anywhere from 6 to 14, and just hunted through my mom's mason jar looking for circulated coins to fill up those old fashioned Whitman folders. So, but then I just put it on hold for decades, and then just got reinterested in silver stacking, and then stumbled into coin roll hunting as a way of supplementing the stacking.
Nice. Very cool. And that is really kind of sums up kind of what you do on your channel. You know, it's a lot of coin roll hunting and the like. And of course, obviously silver and collectible pieces we see here on the screen. He's got quite a setup here, and it's definitely very, very interesting. And so with that being said, when did you said it took decades before you got into stacking. So when did you get into stacking, and how did you discover YouTube first? And then we'll ask about the channel next.
Yeah, so probably about a year and a half ago, I decided that I wanted to stack silver with a modest amount of prepping pantry work, but mainly it was about silver. And I can't say I really remember exactly what it was. I think maybe just because the CDs were just getting no money, or, you know, people were going through hurricanes and people were quibbling over helping people. And I just kind of thought, you know, I think you just need to separate a little bit from the system and take care of yourself in some capacity.
Right. Yes. Definitely is a good way to kind of, you know, as a way to be independent, to independently preserve your wealth from this and not be tied to any particular asset or anything that's managed by some other entity. And that includes fiat currencies, by the way. Yeah. So it's a kind of a paradigm shift way of thinking, because I was thinking the same thing. You have CDs, or if you have a CD that's earning 1.5% interest annually and the inflation rate is 2%, you're losing 0.5% of your money.
Yeah, you're losing money, or the people in Puerto Rico, they had no electricity. They couldn't even get money out of the bank, even if
Right.
they had money. And so I thought it might be a good idea to just diversify my conception of money.
Right. Very good. So that leads to YouTube. How did you discover the YouTube community here?
Yeah, it took a while. I started buying silver on a gut feeling that I wanted constitutional silver. And maybe I looked at a total of like 3 YouTube videos to confirm that fact. And then I think maybe I just went back to YouTube to just confirm whether I made the right choice. And I felt good about what I did and stacking for silver at the lowest price premium possible. And not only then, months later, did I discover coin roll hunting. And so I consumed some coin roll hunting without even having being able to subscribe to channels. I just kind of went back to a few key people and or just asked the YouTube search engine to find me more video to watch. Um, so then I thought I'd already bought multiple $10 faces of constitutional silver, but I thought I'd start a YouTube channel really to document my coin roll hunting
Right.
journey. And so that's where I started the channel, was to do that. And I was still doing the silver purchases on the side without really sharing them. I think eventually I warmed up to the idea that I could share those too. And so now I kind of do a two-prong approach or a three-prong approach. It's silver coin roll hunting, it's silver purchases, and maybe just some stories about my old coin collecting days.
Very good. Nice. Nice. Well, that's cool. I mean, I think that's so, and that's the thing about really, you can be pretty diverse. You know, there's a lot of people that do that, they collect vintage silver bars. But they're stacking at the same time. There's people that enjoy coin roll hunting. There's people that like to accumulate a bunch of constitutional silver. But you used YouTube sort of as an educational approach, and then it opened the doors to starting your own channel, and it's pretty amazing. And you've you've really done well with it, and here you are. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, thanks. So, I mean, and before I was into YouTube, I was just into reading a lot of politics and news. So now I consume a little bit of both, probably less news and more YouTube. So my 3 news sources are Drudge Report, Zero Hedge, and Salivate Metal.
Oh wow! Well, hey, well, thank you. I'm honored to be among those other two. That's something else. Thank you very much. And I tell you what, it's neat to see your channel. You've got 788 subscribers now, and you started June of last year, and so
Yeah.
that's a pretty big growth. That's pretty fast growth in that short amount of time, in my view. So it's not going to be long before you're at 1,000 subscribers. So well done with
Yeah,
it. Sure.
thanks. Yeah. And a lot of my growth, or at least the growth of my views, is from January 1st forward. So I think the YouTube algorithm discovered me after 50 videos.
Right.
So it's kind of like a long time. And now I have 4 or 5 videos that have more views than subscribers. So that just helps me. If my audience likes it and they show YouTube they like it, then YouTube shares it with more people.
I've got breaking news, Silver Heist. Coin Sense and Nonsense is apologizing to us for being late.
Oh my goodness.
What should the punishment be for Coin Sense and Nonsense?
I think he should respect the Queen of England just on his next video.
There you go. There you go. Exactly. Now we like to have a little fun. Thanks for joining. Everybody's here. We got a lot of good viewers here. We've got Tara Rabidou, Paranoid Philosopher, Urban Lifestyle is here. Very good to see Urban Lifestyle. Donald in New Mexico, Barbara Carbone, whole bunch of folks. Silver Shark, Sharky. So very good. So what do you Silver Heist? Where do you see your channel going from? You want to just continue kind of with the same method? You do coin roll hunting. You show your purchases. You like to tell stories about collecting in your life, and filling albums and things like that. But do you want to continue in that vein, or where do you see yourself going with the channel in the next year, let's say?
I think more of the same. Even with my silver purchases, so coin roll hunting is a story and you don't know the story until you get to the end of the box. So it could be a
Right.
very boring story. So, but they have a story, and my silver purchases, I kind of like when there's a story, and it might just be discovering something new that I never really knew. And so this was a Canada silver dollar,
Yeah.
which I kind of discovered on AppMex, and I've kind of fallen in love with the size and the modernness of it. That's in great shape, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of competition for Morgan dollars, but less competition for Canadian dollars. Are a lot newer. So I think if I have a story to tell, I mean, this is a funny story. Do you know what a Yankee swap is at Christmas time?
A Yankee swap. Well, I imagine it has to do with Yankee stacking, maybe.
Sort of. So it's about frugal New Englanders. So at Christmas time, instead of buying 5 gifts for your 5 relatives, you just show up with one $20 gift,
Ah,
and then you draw a name, and the first person picks the gift, and they unwrap it. Then
oh yeah.
the second person decides whether they want to steal the gift or open up their own gift. And
Okay.
so people start trading and stealing gifts from each other, and it's kind of fun to see what people gravitate to. So I bought a Canadian maple leaf for the Yankee swap, and I thought it would be kind of a subtle way of introducing my 2 siblings into silver. And so my big brother opened it up, and he was pretty happy with it. And then other people opened up other things, and they were fighting over other things. And then my wife swept in, and she stole the silver maple from my brother. So it
Wow.
was kind of funny to see people fighting over other things, but it was a good sign that my wife wanted to bring home more silver.
Right. Wow.
So I mean, those are the kind of just, I think if I can just find, those are the kind of stories I like to share. It's just, a story about one piece of silver that I acquired.
It's amazing because that's a way to evangelize about silver and kind of educate people about, the metal and its history and that's a great thing for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool. Nice. Well, that's neat. And something else, as far as a story and a little creative thing you've done, um, is you took the Salivate Metal 2-ounce round, and you started another journey really for it. It's pretty neat to see how that's sort of taken off. You want to talk a little bit about that because I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I bought a 2-ounce Salivate Metal round from Intaglio Mint, and I thought it would be kind of like a cool thank you and a tour of Salivation Nation if we just featured the round in different places. So I brought it to Plymouth Rock first, and I also brought it to New York City, and Silver Limey brought it to a really cool Irish place that's older than the pyramids and Stonehenge. So it's quite a huge, stunning, ancient place in Ireland.
Yeah, that was so cool.
So I did a thing in New York City, and I kind of tied a riddle to it that I stole from the movie Inside Man. So I just thought I'd have fun with it.
Now, so he mailed it back to you? Is that what you said?
It's in parts unknown.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's in transit.
Right. Nice.
So yeah. So
We'll see where it goes next, I guess. Right.
Yeah. So the New York City is a magic of video editing. So it's a little time travel.
Yeah, a little time travel. Very nice. Very nice. Very cool. Well, that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome to see where it goes. And that was quite an honor. I appreciate that. Was a really cool video for sure.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah. So, well, very neat. Well, let's see here. Let me think if I have any other questions before we go to the audience and see what their questions are. But do you have anything else that you're looking to buy that's on your wish list for this year?
This year, probably more bullion, more constitutional silver. I went a little, what I think maybe in a good way, but I went a little overboard with the Apollo 11 series, and so that was kind of outside of my plan.
Right.
But I'm happy I did it.
Yeah. Nice coins for sure.
So I don't have any follow up collectible pieces beyond those. So I think I'd like to my plan is really bullion and constitutional silver. So I think just more of that.
Do you have any, are you interested in getting any gold bullion at this point, or?
I think I should. I need to sort of budget to it. It's kind of easier to buy $100 of silver at a time. But it might make sense more to have a $400 piece of gold than, so I think if I was better at it, I would go for a piece of gold a year.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good, and there's ways to easier to attain some goals for some. Nowadays, it seems like there's a lot more deals out there, but it's tough, especially for me. I know as a collector, you see a design you like and it comes in silver and gold. It's just so much easier to get it in silver, you know?
Yeah.
So I understand, definitely. But for sure. Well, neat. All right. Well, very cool. Well, we're going to start taking questions, I think, from the viewers here who have come here with us. And
Great.
so what we'll do is, for those of you who have questions, let's try something different. Let's type let me see here. Let me think of some characters to type. We're gonna do the shift and the 6, so the upper caret. Do a number of those like that. It doesn't have to be more than 4. You do more than 4 of those carets at the shift and the 6 key. Before your question, I'll see it, and we can start asking Silver Heist. So anybody that has any questions for Silver Heist, use those characters before, and I can start asking. I'll ask him your questions here. We'll try to get through as many as we can, for sure. And we just appreciate Silver Heist being here. And by the way, the link to his channel is in the description of this live stream right now, so you can subscribe to him if you haven't already. He's a good guy, got a great channel. And oh yes, this question from Donald, New Mexico, actually leads me to a question about how you got your channel name. But what was your biggest heist? And then I'll ask you how you got your channel name.
Okay, so I think enough time has passed, but possibly my biggest heist is I got these 2 Morgan dollars off a 3rd grader.
Wow! Nice.
but back when I was in 3rd grade.
Oh.
So I think the statute of limitations is over.
Yes.
We're in 3rd grade. We were collecting coins, and there were 3, 4, 5 of us who would share, like, look at what I have, look at what I've got. And this youngster wanted to sell them. And so I thought, well, if you're selling, I'm buying. So I think I just took my allowance and bought them from him. I don't think I stole them. I think I gave him a decent price. But I don't think, I mean, I wouldn't have sold my grandmother's peace dollar. So I feel a little bad that he gave something up before he realized that it might have been something he should have kept.
Yeah. Well, you were on equal footing. You were both 3rd graders. So I have sort of a similar story too, but I'll say that for another time. World Stacker Heist, are you into notes, banknotes?
Oh, not really. I have one really wrinkly silver certificate horse coat, like big blanket, horse blanket, and I have a couple of 1976 bicentennial $2 bills, but they're nothing like. I mean, they're cool to me.
Right.
They're not like super collectible or anything. My wife has a $2 note that was stamped the day of issue from her local post office, but.
Very cool.
So a handful of paper notes.
Right.
I do have a friend in town, and I may feature some stories from him in the future, but he actually has a business of world notes. And so I've seen some of his collection, and we just haven't made a connection, but I want to have him bring some of his inventory over and just to look at these anti-counterfeiting things that people do around the world.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing what they do.
Or look at these 4 colorful notes from around the world. So I think we might do a series of interviews where it's like, here's anti-counterfeiting you've never seen if you've never left the U.S., which I never have. So there's just a lot of fascinating stuff out there.
Sure is. Stacking Stormtrooper, Why haven't you purchased a Stormtrooper coin from New Way yet?
Not sure. I
Have you
think
seen the New Way, the
I
stack
have.
Stormtrooper?
They're all Empire people. They're all villains.
Yeah, they're
It's
all
like a
villains.
villain series, and maybe if they were the good guys, maybe I'd buy one.
Yeah, that's gonna make him cringe, stacking Stormtrooper. Yeah. Speedin 108. What is your favorite piece of silver?
Well, definitely my grandmother's peace dollar. That's my
Yeah.
favorite silver.
Nice. Yes.
So I
Indeed.
mean, I carried. I mean, who knows how many homes I've lived in and apartments. Well, one home as a child, but I mean, I've lived in a lot of apartments and homes, and I just kept a shoebox of all these old Whitman folders, and so I've never sold any coins,
Right.
nor have I lost any, thankfully. So that's why I'm not really much of a flipper.
Right. Yeah. Me neither. I'm not either. Guido Stacking wants to know if his channel is in your top 150 favorite YouTube channels.
149, 151. You know, it's in the ballpark.
All right.
I'm a subscriber.
All right. Barbara
No, I'm a fan.
Yeah, very good. I am too. He's got a good channel, Guido Stacking. Barbara Carbone can ask with a question with her carrot. Well, you can. I tell you what, Barbara Carbone, for you, just type Silver Heist before the question, and then I'll make an exception for you because you're awesome. Here's a slurp for Barbara Carbone, real quick here. All right. Texman, who I accidentally called Bob the other day. Any interest in gold or platinum? And I think we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, gold. Yes, I have the gold Apollo, and we have a couple other gold pieces that we inherited. I'd like to buy gold in the future.
Cool. All right. Precious metal update. I think you talked about what your favorite piece was. South Boston Gears, Silver Heist. Those are my Morgans. I thought your voice was familiar. $2, you bastard.
Yes. Sorry, South Boston.
Right.
You know, live and learn.
Yeah, that's right. Did you get his lunch?
Oh no, I traded Twinkies and cash for it, so
Okay.
I didn't steal his lunch money.
Hey,
just his Morgan dollars.
You're are you out of Boston?
I'm out of Boston. Yeah.
Have you seen The Equalizer Part 2 yet?
No. Did they film it
Denzel
in
Washington
Boston?
filmed it. Well, it takes place in Boston, and I think I'm sure they filmed it in Boston. Great movie, by the way. I saw it last night. It was great movie.
Well, the best Boston movie ever is The Departed.
Oh, I've not seen that.
Oh my God, it's Jack Nicholson and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh wow.
It's incredible.
I'll have to check that out. I'll put that on my list. Very good. Let's see here. All right. So, and again, guys want to ask him a question, type the caret symbol, that's shift and 6. And before the question, so I know it's for Silver Heist. And also, how did you get the name Silver Heist? I'll ask that while we're waiting for more questions.
Yeah, so the Silver Heist, because there was a coin roll hunting, I thought if I can pay, face value and stack at spot value, I thought that was a heist.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, definitely.
So you got to go through a lot of coins, but these are all coin roll hunting finds. So
nice.
So I mean, I'll tell quickly a story about the coin roll hunting. So it's not, the success is few and far between. I mean, I got skunked like 5 boxes in a row, but you can have a really awesome box of silver. I had a really awesome box where I got commemorative coins.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Wow.
So what I've learned is that it's not random. People dump a collection. They dump a silver collection. They dump a commemorative collection. This guy dumped a proof coin collection.
Right.
So it comes in bunches. And then my latest video, I mean, I got these stickers. It's like modern coins with stickers on them. So I got like a sticker collection.
Yeah. Wow.
So, it's, you have to kind of enjoy finding things other than silver or get through the zeros. It's hit or miss, but ultimately it adds up and there's other fun to be had.
Sweet. All right. Silver Stanger, what's your oldest coin?
I don't know the date, but I have a big penny, and
Okay.
I found it at an apartment building I used to manage. So I just found a big penny sitting on the floor after someone moved out. So it's
Nice.
pretty cool. It's very bented up and everything, but it's my oldest coin.
Yeah.
And I think I did do that for a sting for a video of oldest coin challenge. So
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Which I think Silver Stanger did the challenge, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, so Silver Stanger, I did do a thing on that. So yeah, so that
World,
was fun.
World Stacker is my channel and your top 2,000 favorite channels.
It will be tomorrow.
That's right. All right. Very good. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Heist, do you think you can take the lead on a scammer call with Sal?
I could probably play second fiddle. I'm not sure I can take the lead. If Sal's a professional.
All
So.
right. Well, thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. All right. The 24K came in a little later, so he didn't know how to ask the question, but he did ask a question. Who has the biggest gold channel that you watch?
Who has the biggest gold channel?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I mean, it could be Salivate Metal or Doctor Who likes gold. Frankly, the biggest gold channel that I watched, and he disappeared, and I might have just discovered him again. But South Texas Prepper bought a lot of gold,
Oh,
and
nice.
I'm not sure. Maybe he changed his name, so I haven't seen him in a while. I liked him a lot. He's a funny guy, and he bought 1 ounce gold a lot and a 10 ounce piece one time. So
Wow.
yeah, so that's my biggest gold guy.
Yeah, Stacking Stormtrooper says we should call a scammer. Well, we'll see. We'll take a couple of questions first and see. We might try. Sometimes on Sunday night it's a hit or miss, and it's mostly miss on Sunday night. They don't answer. See, they don't. Even though they call us at the most inopportune times, and expect us to answer, they don't like to be called back. So to get a little taste around their own medicine, they don't like that. So, anyways, all right. Let me see here. Where are we at? Okay. Shoot, where is the last questions? Okay, I'm getting scrolling down here. Stacking Nerd, did James Charles do anything wrong? Can we see the Rosie Riveter coin?
Oh, I'm not sure I understand the question, but I can show you the Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah, I don't know who James Charles is, but that's from Stacking Nerd.
Okay, well there you go, Stacking Nerd.
Yeah,
it's just, I think it's a modern. It might be like a 2012 or something.
yeah.
So I think it's a military thing because most of the coins were about World War I and World War II. So it might be or generals that I've never heard of, but maybe they're famous in the army. So it might be a military tradition to put stickers on coins and share them with your friends.
Precious Metal updates. Were you a bully Silver Heist ripping off South Boston?
Well, South Boston folks are pretty tough. I mean, that's where Whitey Bulger. That's where he ran his outfit. And,
Oh wow, yeah.
It's a tough neighborhood.
I hear you.
It's an Irish tough people.
Native Stacker, I think, wasn't here at the beginning of this interview, but he says how much is Sal paying you to come on his live stream these days? And actually, you don't have to pay me anything. This is a service that's totally free for those of you guys who've had channels for 6 months or more and are active in the community. This is to kind of help you grow. I think he was just teasing here, but anyways, but yeah. Let's see here. Okay, Heist, how good are you at pickpocketing? Guido Stackham wants to know.
Not so good, but when I'm in New York visiting New York City, I keep my wallet in my front pocket.
Nice. Let's see here. South Boston Gear. Do you live in Southie and do you metal detect?
I don't metal detect. Do you have some? Is that crazy gold stash that Sal talked about? Is it hidden in Southie?
That'd be nice if it was, but I think those are on Canadian. That's in the Westie Westie part of the Canada.
I'd be afraid, you start digging it and then you attract a crowd, and
exactly
who's to say you're going to actually get it?
Right, because the thing is, if it's $100,000 worth of silver and gold, and at least from that treasure chest, it looks like it was mostly silver, and it was a lot of it very heavy. So getting it out of there is going to be another task.
Yeah.
Chris Badecki, is 300 ounces of silver enough?
It all depends on what you want, but 300 sounds like a good place to start, good place to be.
Yep, I agree. Let's see here. Where are we at? Let's see here. Okay. Speeding 108. What is your largest single piece of silver, size-wise, by ounces?
Probably. Oh no, this one right here.
10-ounce bar.
This is the only thing I have that's more than 1 ounce. So I got a Britannia 10-ounce bar.
Very nice.
There's a face reveal.
Yeah. There's the back of it. Very cool. Very neat. All right, let's see here. Now, we're getting near the back, near the bottom here. Let's see. Where are we at? I think we're caught up. Caught up on. If you guys have a question now, all you have to do is use the Shift 6 key and put a bunch of those in front of your questions, and we'll ask Silver Heist a question here about, coin collecting, stacking, coin roll hunting, his channel, or anything. Guido Stacking, do you know where Tom Brady lives? Oh, there you go. Yeah, let's see. Do you know where Tom Brady lives?
I haven't seen it. I think he lives in the city itself. And there was a fire one time down the street where some welder was fixing something and started a fire. And then, like, Tom Brady was handing out, coffee and Gatorade to the firefighters.
Oh, wow. Well, that was nice of him. That's cool. Spectacular's got a good question. What is your favorite video that you have made?
My favorite video that I made, I think the favorite video that I made revolved around this Apollo 11 coin set.
Okay, nice.
So I'll just show it quickly. So this is because I do the coin roll hunting. I decided I should get anything with Kennedy on it. So I thought, even though this isn't silver, I should get this because it was kind of a cool proof coin.
Nice.
So what I did with this video is that I kind of opened the box, but it's very high production value. So I took a Kennedy speech where he's talking about at Rice University, how he's talking about how we're going to put a man on the moon and bring him back safely. And so I synchronized it to me opening the box.
I remember that.
And I just thought that would be a fun way of like listening to like political rhetoric done well. Like it was a really inspiring speech. But you can also, if you listen to it, I think they're sending a message to the Russians, like, we can put a rocket on the moon and it's just like us putting a rocket from Miami to the 40-yard line here in Houston. So I think there's like a dual message of putting.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Wow, that's cool. Yankee Pride, Morgans versus American Silver Eagles.
I would go for American Silver Eagles for me.
Nice.
I'd go for those.
Cool. Precious Metal Updates wants to know, what's the most silver you've ever found during a single coin roll hunt?
Yeah, my best video is my best hunt ever. So I have like over 8,000 views on it.
Nice.
So nothing succeeds like success in terms of the search algorithm. So I think I found just under a tube of silver, whether it was 90% or 40%. So I think I found like 19 coins.
Nice. Wow, that's really cool. Do you have a piece dollar collection? Silver Stanger wants to know.
I only have a couple. I think I have the one from my grandmother, and I think I picked up one from my wife's dad that looks cleaned. And last fall, when silver was really inexpensive, I almost went and bought like a tube of peace dollars, but then I hesitated and I didn't do it, and then they were sold out. And then I just thought, well, I should just buy constitutional, less premium constitutional instead. So I didn't do it.
Nice. All right. Got any world coins, any foreign coins?
Well, I've got a bunch of these guys. I've got a bunch of Canadian silver dollars, which are kind of a little smaller. They're 80%.
Yeah.
And they may be thicker. So I have a little bit of that. Anything else I have is just happenstance, maybe getting a gift from International Stacker. So a couple of random Irish or English pieces and Canadian, not a lot of world coins, but they're cool. So I haven't traveled a lot, or I have never traveled outside of North America. So I haven't put change in my pocket. My brother works overseas a lot. He has a lot of paper money and he just fans it out. I mean, it's crazy because you come home with, $15 worth of foreign money and $7 of another country's foreign money, and you don't know what to do with it. It's like, but it adds up eventually. So he's got quite a paper collection.
Right. Wow. Yeah. Tricky guy. And if any kind of questions you don't feel comfortable answering, just, let me know. But he wants to know how many ounces of silver and how many ounces of gold you have, and wants to know what your street address is. Asking for a friend, of course.
Asking for a friend. No comment.
All right. Let's see here. Bob Silver, are you mostly a 90% stacker or 999 fine stacker?
I think my goal, and I should do an inventory to see if I'm actually living up to my plan. I'm running a little bit open loop, but I think my plan would be like for every 100 ounces of silver, I'd have 70 ounces of constitutional, 20 ounces of bullion, and maybe like a 10-ounce bar.
Right.
So I'm thinking that might be a good blend for me, kind of 70, 20, 10.
Right. Okay. Very cool. All right. Let's see here. Guido Stack and Heist, has the bank given you any issues with getting boxes of $50 and you go to the same bank?
Yeah. So the thing with coin roll hunting, you need an account somewhere. I don't have business accounts. It's just personal accounts. So I have 2 accounts at 2 different banks. And so you want to dump it someplace else. You don't want to burden the staff with bringing them to you and then hauling them back. So luckily I have a bank that has a machine. And so for no fee, I can dump my $50.
Nice. That is really nice.
But then in terms of getting it from a bank, I get it from another bank, and I got it from a bank that had supermarket branches, which was very convenient because I could get them on Sunday. I think the supermarket branch just was a little too hectic, maybe too short staffed. So I just went to a more traditional brick and mortar bank that I think their staff is just there more longevity than there's a lot of turnover at the supermarket bank. So I just had to go to a different branch of the same bank, but they've been very good at getting me a box a week.
Very good. On a related note, Donald in New Mexico wants to know how much time you spend when roll hunting.
Yeah, I'm getting it down shorter. I mean, it could have taken me a few hours before, but now I just turn my camera on to time lapse, and that way it's quicker for me to just do a box in time lapse and then show people what I get. So I think I can go through a box of $50 in an hour, maybe an hour and 10, maybe even 45 minutes. So, and I think it's kind of entertaining. You just sort of see the pace of the box, and then we can look at the results at the end together.
Right. Okay, very good. Our Spectacular wants to know if we will both sing a song at the same time that goes, once there was this boy who didn't go home right after school. But actually it goes, once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school. I don't know if I'm singing that exactly right, but it's Crash Test Dummies. He wants us to do the Crash Test Dummies song.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
And it goes,
I think I'm okay. Okay, I can do the wait a minute. I think the is kind of the sling blade. That would probably be better for you, but I couldn't recognize the other part.
Then once there was this girl who wouldn't go change with the girls in the change room, but when they finally made her, they saw birthmarks all over her body. She couldn't quite explain it. That's right. They just always had been there. She couldn't quite explain it, apparently. So I don't know.
Okay.
Something wrong. I don't know. Anyways, that's
Yes.
not as best you're going to get, Spectacular. I'm sorry. Silver Stanger, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dog.
Yeah, I'm like cats, but dogs. So our house. So I have my coin collection as a child because I had like a bed that had built-in bureau underneath, and so I could hide things.
Right.
But we got robbed twice. Our home.
Wow.
And so my brother's coins disappeared,
Oh,
and
man.
so I think on the second break-in, we got a Doberman.
Nice. Yeah.
So there was no third break-in.
Okay. Yes. Good. Good. Yeah. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Let me get caught up here. Silver Collector, do you clean your constitutional silver?
Only when I was 7.
All right. Very good. Smart guy. All right. Let's see here. Where are we at? So yeah, I was singing Mr. Brownstone too, the scammer. All right, let's hear some Guns N' Roses. All right, let me make sure I'm not missing anything here. Yeah, this is not my best effort singing Crash Test Dummy. Sorry, Silver Wolverine. Bleeding Ears, says Terry Rabidou. Probably lost a couple viewers on that attempt. Yep, we did lose a few viewers. I apologize for that, Silver Heist.
No worries.
Okay, Tricky Guy. Do you think thinking tone is numismatically significant, or only the tone looks good?
I think it's eye appeal is important.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not a big numismatic person, but I think eye appeal. So I watch Blue Ridge Silverhound occasionally, and people pay crazy money for like rainbow tone coins. Yeah. So I think it makes a big difference as opposed to, I mean, I think unfortunately this guy is sort of retoned, but after I cleaned it as a 7-year-old. So
yeah,
it's probably not a good looking tone.
That's the one you got from your grandmother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we didn't know better. So we thought we'll make it nice and shiny back then.
Yeah. Rainbow toning, rainbow in the dark, little Dio action for us. Let's see here. Precious metal updates. Do you stack gold much? I guess you talked about that earlier.
Yeah, not much. Hopefully a little bit each year.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. I think we're caught up in questions. I think I've got all the questions so far. Let's see here. Anybody else have anything else? Let's see. Tricky Guy, do you keep a box of slicks or get rid of them? That's right. Somebody else asked about slicks too. What's your view on getting slicks? Will you buy slicks?
I think if I'm buying junk silver, you kind of get what you pay for. I mean, you get what you get. So
right.
I keep them. I buy. There's a very local coin club that sets up at a VFW 4 times a year. So I usually go there, and there's 2 guys who sell silver, one who has a permanent storefront, and another guy who just goes to a flea market himself. And so between the 2 of them, I visit them, and I think the guy who has the flea market is just trying to flip what he buys. And so I've gotten some really nice non-slick coins from him because he's just selling $10 face. The other ones, I mean, it's kind of fun to get like a standing Liberty coin, but I don't mind getting a couple of few in a row and then just hope the rest are Washingtons that aren't slicked out.
Right. Silver Collector, do you think buying graded Franklins will gain value in the future?
I don't have any experience with that.
Right. And I would say probably the answer to that question is it just depends. I think if you get the common grades for them, probably not, because Franklins are very common in higher grades. At least in the I don't know, probably have to be 66 or probably or above, probably is my guess, to do really well or fairly well. But let's see here. Where are we at? Okay.
Ozzy's got a question. So Ozzy's wondering who my last heist victim was.
Okay, who was your last heist victim? Yes.
So my last heist victim was probably International Stacker.
Yes.
I met him in Boston, and we did a meetup, and we had a Guinness and a burger. And then he showed me his 5-ounce round, and I made a run for it.
Nice.
So that was fun. He did catch it. He did catch me, so he was able to give it away to his intended audience. So what's more important is who is my next victim.
Ah, yes, that's
so
right.
I'm trying to do a in real life meetup with Yankee. So if I can trick him into bringing the gold cannon, then I'm going to make a run for it. But don't tell him.
The famous Yankee cannon. That's right. He's not here, so that's right.
Yeah, so no one tell him.
That's right. Does the gold silver ratio play a role in your purchase choices? Tricky Guy wants to know. We sort of talked about that with your gold.
Yeah, I don't have enough. It's probably more budget that's making my choices now. I think the gold to silver ratio could have an impact on my exit strategy. In terms of maybe flipping some silver into gold in the future. But I don't really know enough to know whether that's a realistic expectation down the road for that to happen.
Yeah.
But I'd like it to happen. Because it would be nice. It'd be nice to sort of not have so much physical volume of wealth.
Yeah. 3 subscribers on the videos asking me about, they were thinking about doing a silver backed crypto. Actually, I did a video about that. There's a whole lot of ICOs coming out with silver and gold backed, and I get offers from them a lot, and I basically have turned them down because they're kind of risky. I'm not saying they're scams, but they're it's something that's probably going to take root and take hold, where there's the marriage between precious metals and cryptocurrencies. But I think it's going to be a while before it's something that we can really sink our teeth into. Tricky Guy, you have a distinctive voice. Do you use it to do impressions like Sal does Sling Blade? Tricky Guy wants to know.
I could probably do a Kennedy impersonation, but I do some. I've sang occasionally on video.
Nice.
So we'll see. Then who knows what the future will bring?
Yeah. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's good.
World Stacker says, all my questions ignored. You got to put the carrots in front of them, World Stacker. I thought we got your question earlier about the banknotes. I thought we talked about, you must have missed that one. Let's see here. Ozzy Alchemist, World Stacker had a question apparently. Yeah. Well, we don't know what it is. He's got to put the carrots before. Let's see. He did that before. Silver Leo. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. Well, ask it again, World Stacker. We're caught up in questions, so we'll just wait for your question. Go ahead and ask it. We'll ask him again here. Let's see.
I'm just catching up on my channel stickers.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, yes. Very good. Look, here he's got his. There you go. Nice.
So I've got a couple. So now I've made a couple more. So,
nice. Look at that.
So drop me an email.
Very good. All right. Let's see here. Hopefully we'll get a question. We're waiting for World Stacker to ask a question again. Let's see here. All right. Silver Steeler says, what is your most valuable Morgan? Morgan.
Probably these two, I think, are equally valuable. I won. Yikes!
Oh, I love that sound. Now
onto the wood floor. Maybe someone can tell me which one's more valuable. I have 1 O, so I have New Orleans, 1889 O.
Okay.
Or 1888 Philadelphia. They're both in, I think, pretty nice shape.
Yeah, they look nice. Yeah.
So that's probably my most valuable one, I'm guessing.
Nice.
With the mint mark.
All right, World Stacker says, I want to send you some USA Philippines silver coins so you can get some international.
Well, that would be very generous.
Yeah.
I will say this just publicly, just because I don't really know who's who. I just have a policy in terms of post office mail. Only if people are 18 years or older do I correspond with them. So I don't want to get into a weird situation where some father says, why did you give out the home address and why you're getting silver in the mail from a stranger? So as long as people are 18 years older, they can mail me stuff. I've got a P.O. box in my channel description.
Cool. All right. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Eli. Yeah, okay, Eli. He came in a little later. He says, "What is Silver Ice top 5 generic rounds?"
Salivate Metal.
Oh, wow. All right. Wow. Hey, thank you. All right. That's cool. Tricky guy. What's your local silver club, folks? Do you have an easy cash out possibility that would have being ripped off by a pawn shop? Is there always someone who will take your weight at spot?
Yeah, I haven't really talked to them about hypothetically what would they buy this back from me, because I'm kind of just in the acquiring stage. But it is a good question, and I probably should know the answer, but I just keep buying.
All right, very good. Eric, our resident bouncer here, he says, is the 70% in constitutional ratio stack strategy because you think you'll use it for trade if H to HTF, or just because you like the jingle? Good question.
I like the jingle. You can handle it. I think it gives some, what do they call it? Partitioning. That's not the word, but it's subdividable.
Right.
It's smaller pieces.
Visible, yeah.
So I like having some smaller pieces, potentially for trading in the future. Mainly, I think I like it just the low premiums, and I like the history, and I feel like I'm collecting coins by just collecting them in bulk.
Yeah.
And I don't fuss over the dates. I just figure I could go back in time and fill up a Roosevelt book. There's no rare ones really.
Right.
I probably have enough dimes to do it, but I just like having multiple rolls of silver dimes.
Well, very good. Well, we're getting a little bit of a demographic outlook of the community here. 24K Arabia Felix is only 14 years old, and Stacking Nerd is older than 18, but she acts like she's 12. And
I've noticed.
Terry Rabidou is 9 years old, so she can't send anybody anything. And of course, she's never offered to send anybody anything. Let's see here. Okay, where are we at? Okay. Number nine says Donald, New Mexico, little Beatles reference. Guido, Heist, if budget wasn't an issue, what coin would you buy? In other words, yeah, what's a dream coin? What's a bucket list coin?
Buffalo Gold.
Nice, yeah.
I just love it. I love the Buffalo Nickel. It's got two great designs, because a lot of times a coin only has one design, but the Buffalo Nickel has two awesome designs, and the gold is just bigger, and it just looks so nice. Actually, I'm not even sure I've seen one in person. So,
well, have you seen Silver Wolverine's latest video?
Yeah, I watched the premiere. So yeah, awesome. Congratulations on that. And would love to have one. And I'm not sure, maybe Spectacular showed one at the coin shop where they put a buffalo through one of those fake detectors and stuff. So
cool.
I would want to make sure it was real before I bought it.
Yep. Silver Collector, I might have missed this, but do you collect any graded coins?
No.
Okay. All right.
Not yet.
Dimes, or let's see. I just missed it. It jumped in front of me here. Let me see here. Dimes or quarters for SHTF, says Tricky Guy.
I have both. Probably equalish.
Yeah, I would say so too. Let's see here.
I even have war nickels, so I'm a little odd.
Yeah, no, that's all good.
And that I get war nickels. I love like that they have the big. I don't know if you can see it. There's no good lighting here, but the big mint mark over the Monticello is really cool.
Oh yeah.
So I love the history of. I'm not even sure I understand what made nickel so valuable to the war effort, but it's funny that nickel was more valuable than silver.
Terry Rabidou says that she will send me something if I want. I do want Terry Rabidou to send me something. I want Terry Rabidou to send me a picture of her in a full snowsuit, bundled up like an Eskimo, and over top of that snowsuit, you know, complete with layers and layers of clothes, put a bikini on, a thong, and a bra, an old granny bra. Sir Terry Rabidou, that's what I want from you to send to me. A printout of it. I want you to mail it, physically mail it to me, of you wearing that garb, okay?
I see a question from Ozzy. So as far as I know, my channel is not age restricted. I'll chat with people in the comment section. People can watch my video. I don't swear, or not too often, or maybe never. I just don't think it's appropriate to mail stuff back and forth.
All right, very good. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Oh yes, there you go. So that's Ozzy's thing. Good catch on that. Let's see, where are we at? I already sent you a pic of me, Sal. No, I've not received a picture of you, Terry Rabidou. Let's see here. Okay, now just calm down.
I have a funny story about a picture.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So I did a video on the war nickels, and I bought, I don't know, $50, $100 worth of war nickels off a guy on Craigslist. And so I laid them all out just out of curiosity, and I was shy. Even though I bought a bunch, I still didn't have a couple of mint marks on a couple of dates. So I posted the video, and Southside Stacker, put me a thing in the comments saying, "Hey, let me check my stack. Maybe I can trade you a war nickel if I have one of the other ones." So we were just sort of waiting for how this trade was going to go down. And so I had an inkling he was in New York City because I saw him do a video from Times Square. So I was traveling to New York for some business purposes. And so I said, "Hey, I'll trade you a dinner at Shake Shack if you can bring that war nickel."
Oh, nice.
So I met up with Southside at Penn Station. And so I knew what his face looked like because he's on camera.
Right.
And so around noontime that day, he sent me a note via email, and he said, "Hey, before we meet, you might be interested in this." And there was an attachment. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this is my first YouTube meetup. And there's a stranger. I like him, but he's sending me an attachment. Should I click on it?
Right.
I didn't know what kind of picture he was sending me.
Yeah. Wow.
He was sending me a picture of the war nickel.
Okay. All right. Very good.
But I thought he was sending me something not safe for work.
Right.
So,
no, I hear you.
But Southside is a great guy. And so we met and had a burger and a shake. And by coincidence, it was the same day that we were buying Apollo 11 coins. Okay. So it was just a fun day to talk to another stacker collector about which Apollo 11 coins did you buy.
Nice.
So it was a good time.
Nice. That's cool. That's neat that you got to meet him. Oh yeah, he's a good guy for sure. All right, let's see here.
Have you met anyone in real life, Sal? Or
I've met Silver Austin 13.
Cool.
And I think that's the only person I think I've met in person. Yeah. Let's see here. Bob Silver says, as nickel was a strategic war material during World War II, nickel's coined from 42, 45 were struck in copper, silver manganese alloy, which would not require adjustment to vending machines. That's right. Yep, that's right. And let's see. Okay. So we met back in 87, says Guido. All right. Fill in the blank. My chat room person most likely to be a cannibal if SHTF is. My answer is Donnie. It's obvious. All right. Very good. Okay. Well, we've gotten a lot of questions answered here today. And so now I'll tell the story how I am actually stacking Stormtrooper's real uncle. We're actually related through the planet Tutu, Desmond Tutu. No, what is that? Nuki, the planet Nookie. No, not the planet Nuki. What is that planet called? The desert planet, whatever that's called. No, anyway.
So Sal, does that mean you tell Stormtrooper, "I am your uncle"?
Yes, that's exactly right. So right. I am your uncle. Yes. I need reverb for that to really make it just yeah. Planet Neutron. Will Silver Heist, do you have anything else that you would like to share with the community? Any other interesting stuff that or I don't know. We've already asked what you like, what your next goal is for the year, I guess, on your channel and all that. So let's see.
Yeah. Maybe the only other thing is just stay tuned. I have a video in the can. I haven't posted it yet. I think I'm gonna release it for Memorial Day weekend. Cool. So it's gonna be a World War I commemorative coin.
Oh, nice.
With kind of a Memorial Day theme. So just keep a eye out for something patriotic this weekend.
Yeah. Silver Limey says Mystery Men looks like a fun movie. It is. It's a great movie. I encourage everybody to watch Mystery Men from 1999. Awesome movie. All right, let's see. 3 subscribers without any videos wants to know, where do you see silver in 5 years?
In my pocket.
In your pocket. There you go. That's a beautiful coin. $1. This poppy's there. Very nice. Do your guns weigh more than your stack? Tricky guy wants to know.
No comment.
No comment. That's right. Exactly. All right. Well, very good. Well, cool. Well, hey, I think we had a good interview here. We went an hour.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
And so, very cool. So I appreciate everybody popping in here for this wonderful interview with Silver Heist. And again, if you guys are interested, Silver Heist has got a great channel, and I recommend checking him out. He is right here on YouTube, and you can see the link in the description of this video right here. And so I encourage you to subscribe to his channel and show him a little support. And who knows? I think he's going to get up. He's already accumulated a few more subscribers. He had 788 when we started. Now he's at 793. Be nice if we.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Be nice if we get him up over 800 before the night's over. That'd be nice, and get him closer to 1,000. So very good. All right. Well, thank you, Silver Heist. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for showing all of your goodies here.
Thank you, Salivate Metal. I appreciate the opportunity and talking with the chat folks.
Yeah, very good. Awesome. All right. Well, you all have a wonderful evening on this Sunday evening. And thanks again. And we'll resume regular live streaming activities next week. And so we look forward to that. But thank you guys very much. I would like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for watching, and encourage you to continue doing so. All right. There you go. All right, take care, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and we will talk to you again soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night. Thank you.